Hello, chat.
Hello.
Hello.
Time to kill that princess again.
Yes, our favorite activity, slaying the princess.
What? You know what else is here, chat? Besides the Slay the Princess? Alice. At this time of year, at this part of the country,
you're here
localized entirely within your America.
Yes.
That's definitely much louder than it's supposed to be. It's much louder than it was last time, I know that for sure. Because I barely had to touch these at all.
No.
Anyway, we're here to slay a princess.
Yes.
I'm sure it will definitely take this time. All those other times were just practice runs. This is definitely going to be the one. I have a good feeling about this.
It's so easy, even a child could do it.
Let's see. We were in the middle of one of them.
Yeah, we basically been super nice.
Yes, we were trying to be super nice to the princess this time.
She had a horrible time killing us.
A warning before you go any further.
Is he so loud still?
Yeah, he is
Your
loud.
voice volume is maxed out.
Yeah, it was at that volume because I didn't touch it last time.
She will lie. She will cheat. If only you knew what you did to us, you villain.
Ah, the voice of the smitten.
Excuse me? Forget he said anything. But he is a villain. He made our beloved brutally take our life last time. He's trying to keep us apart, but he won't be able to withstand the power of our love. Last time? What are you talking about? I think he just likes to hear the sound of his own voice. Let's try to ignore him. I do. But I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead. The interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine-threaded tapestries, a prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. That's because there isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and the door to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I'm sure the princess would tell us there was a mirror if she were up here. In which case she'd be lying to you because, again, there isn't a mirror.
Maybe this is just a really confrontational D&D session.
I care about whether we're being lied to. If he's willing to lie about something as innocuous as a mirror, what else could he be hiding from us? I'm not lying to you, I promise. There isn't a mirror. Really. You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. But it was there a second ago, and now it's gone. Pity. We could have a feather out of place, and now we'll never know. We can't gallantly sweep her off her feet if we have a feather out of place.
It's true.
You really can't. It's completely inappropriate.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight, but it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
I was
a
waiting
soft
for
voice
that.
carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice, it's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I think we're in love.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm with you that we should be doing whatever we can to save her, but saying we're in love is a bit much, don't you think? We don't even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember that her charms are all part of the manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment. You know she can't hear you, right? She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit. Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing. And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. You've been here before, haven't you? That's right,
What was your first clue?
You killed us. Well, she killed us. Only because he made us try and kill her. It was self-defense. Our beloved's hands remain unstained by cruelty. And you've died before. So an entire world has been damned to oblivion. I'd really hoped I'd be the first, but what's done is done. What matters is you have a chance to do it right this time. We damned a whole world, but everything reset. Nothing
Jonas.
resets, you're just somewhere else. You can't keep hopping between worlds forever, especially not without leaving a trail of incomprehensible devastation behind you. This is horrible.
Hi, Jonas.
You're muted, by the way.
Oh,
Now you're
Hi.
not.
yes.
Hello.
Hi.
You can't kill a princess.
I'm sorry. I just have no brain today.
Horrible for you, maybe, but we've been given another opportunity to sweep her off her feet and treat her like the lady she is. Now, hold on. If she actually ended a world, are you sure we want to do this? Are you sure we want to rescue her? We never saw a world end, and now I'm even more certain that we must chase our heroic and romantic destiny than I've ever been. I shan't let anyone convince us otherwise. Are you listening to him? He's lost it. Don't let him distract you. Just do your job.
I'm sorry. Didn't you want me to?
Did we? We warned her of the cruel forces seizing our body. That's practically telling her to kill us. She is our beloved, and she made the choice to free us of our misery, to show us mercy and make the best decision for everyone. She made the best decision for her. Don't be so quick to assign kindness. You're just opening yourself up to manipulation.
Did you end the world after you killed me back there?
I don't know. Was I supposed to have ended the world? Would that have made you happy?
Isn't that just like our darling princess? She wants to make us happy. My heart melts further with every word that passes through her beautiful lips. Are you listening to her? That's a confession.
Burbeth. That's who Voice of the Smitten is making me think of.
I have no feelings one way or the other about the end of the world and end of the world.
I have no feelings one way or the other.
Exactly.
Tell my wife I said hello.
Hello.
Definitely gonna need to watch the VOD for this.
Yet, trust
Then I
me,
didn't
Jonas,
end
you
the
have no,
world.
you have no idea the
She
shit
didn't
you've
confess
missed.
anything. She is innocence itself. Not so sure.
I didn't bring a knife. Do I have to cut you out again?
I'm okay with whatever you come up with. You can cut my arm off again.
We won't be laying a finger on her perfect wrists, and indeed, we won't even have to. Do you see how dainty her hands are? We'll be able to slip her right out with no harm done. What? No, she's a prisoner here. You can't just slip her hand through the chains. Why are you two arguing over the logistics of slipping her hand out of her shackles? She just said she'd be okay with any idea we came up with. Am I the only one here who thinks that's weird? She didn't care last time. Why should she care this time? That's our stoic, smiling angel. No, you're right. It's extremely bizarre behaviour and further evidence that she's a monster who's not to be trusted. So go ahead and slay her.
You died, and now we're talking.
So, sorry about what happened last time. The narrator who sent me here to kill you took over my body. It was extremely unfair.
If another version of me was pushed to such drastic action, it was for good reason.
That's okay. You were just doing your best, and that's all that matters.
She took that in stride. To a surprising extent. An almost unsettling extent, actually. That's because she's perfect. Do you think she has someone like him telling her what to do? She doesn't. There's no one else like me. I think he's right,
God.
because I like it better if she doesn't have some horrid little voice like him, always trying to drive her to violence. No, I can't let you do that. If you take another step towards the princess, You'll what? Take over our body and force us to try and kill her? I would if you had a weapon. Not on my watch, villain. My passions contain titanic depths, and if you try anything that might harm our dearest, I will end our life without a second thought.
Oh, okay.
You wouldn't. I would. I'd listen to him if I were you. He has a lot of strong feelings, and doesn't the world end if we don't stop her? You approach the princess and gingerly slide her hand from her bindings. That
Eyeball.
shouldn't have worked. I'll be damned. We're doomed. I can't believe it. But I guess I have to. I told you, there's no life more worth living than that of a true believer.
I'm free, and you're not trying to kill me this time. Thank you. Thank you so much.
The princess jumps up and smothers you in a joyful embrace. Ugh. If only you had a weapon, one slip of the wrist and your pristine blade would be buried in her back and everyone out there would be saved. Luckily for Mr. Romance, we don't have a weapon. Who needs a weapon when we have the power of love on our side?
What do we do now?
Oh, I have some ideas.
Oh, Stoker.
What?
Yes. End the world? Spoken with the rank cynicism of someone who has never felt love in his heart.
I don't actually know. Nobody's ever asked me what I wanted before.
She doesn't even know what she wants. You may have had her all wrong. What if this whole thing is just a misunderstanding? What if she doesn't want to end the world? You're so gullible. Is the only thing you've ever doubted the actual truth?
I think I want to leave. And I think...
The princess closes her eyes in deep reflection. And then she shrugs.
I don't know. What do you want to do?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I want you to tell me what you want.
What do you want to do?
I like you could ask her, do you want to end the world?
What in the world? You know.
I've been waiting for someone to ask me that for so many years now.
There must be something.
I just want to make you happy.
Is that what you want? You want to end the world?
She can't
the music.
just want to make us happy. It makes sense to me. That's all I want for her, so of course she'd want the same for us.
I kind of want to follow this particular rabbit hole and see how far it goes.
What would make you happy?
I just want to make you happy.
She's getting,
yeah.
she's
Her
getting
eyes
more
getting
anime.
bigger.
Her hands have no definition now.
Yeah, she's
getting more
losing.
anime cutesy.
What's going on? What's going on is she's lying to you. only she isn't a good liar. Are you starting to trust me now?
The music is getting increasingly more fucked up.
Nice.
Keep going, Rick. I gotta see how far this goes.
But you need your own thing. You just met me. You can't base your entire happiness around me.
Okay, if that's what makes you happy.
This isn't right. I don't know what's going on, but this isn't right. I fail to see the problem here. She's just sweet on us. You don't have to act like it's a big deal.
The music has actually corrected itself now.
Oh god. I want you to make me unhappy.
I want you to tell me what you want.
I just want to make you happy.
Is it just me, or does it feel like we're alone right now?
I got the happily,
We're the
and
only
they
ones
lived
here.
happily ever after achievement.
And
Oh.
That's
There we go,
happened
that one.
multiple times.
So, okay. So we found sort of the meta objective here is that we did fight with the princess at one time, and then she became this like metallic monster outside of time and space. And the idea is that that monster wants us to help it become whole again by going and finding all the different versions of itself that exist in this scenario and reclaiming them. Then that's what it looks like when it reclaims one of the versions.
I mean, even the Metal Monster was just one version of the apparently borderline infinite for alternate universe versions of this one princess entity.
You don't get a chance to ask another question, nor will you ever. It's time for you to leave. Memory returns.
She was our perfect match. She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her?
what's that?
Is that a mirror? Why is it here? Why now?
Approach the mirror. Approach the mirror.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. Yes, I fear that we won't like what we'll see. What if we just sit here and preen for a while? That can't hurt, right?
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You've unraveled. Find yourself in the long quiet once again. You are at the cabin.
There's a world beyond the endless walls of the long quiet. I am curious to see what it means for us to know it.
Do you think there are people out there?
It doesn't matter if there are. People are too small for us. You and I are the only things that interest
Okay,
me.
Welcome back.
Do you think anything is real out there? Do you think we're real?
We are real. Nothing is an idea that dwells in the absence of something. But nothing cannot exist on its own. And because of that, nothing can't exist.
Sure, why not? Do you have any thoughts on this vessel?
This one is soft and delicate. You molded her to love you, and she'll make for a gentle heart. Do not mourn her. She has served her purpose.
Jonas dropped.
You know what's going to happen when you awaken.
If I did, I would already be awake.
Checkmate, atheist.
When you send me back, I'm not alone. There are voices that speak to me. Some of them are me, but one of them is something else. I call him the narrator, and he wants me to kill you. Do you have a narrator? Have the vessels had one?
No, their minds are empty, existent, but constantly shifting into something new. Do you think your narrator lives in the spaces beyond?
He does. I don't know what I'm going to do when I find him.
There's no need for you to know what you are going to do before you do it. If you find him, remember that I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
How many more vessels?
1. Whatever you bring me next will be enough, and then gravity will pull the others back to me. I will be singular. A final multitude.
Really, only one more. Is there anything you'd like me to bring you?
These gifts are a conversation, and each one shows me the contours of your heart. The only thing I want to see is what you choose for me when the thread is fully drawn.
If this is the last stage before your completion, then I'm not going back. I'm just going to stay here.
You've already tried waiting, but I understand if you need more time. I'll wait with you.
There is no waiting forever. Okay.
The next time I see you, each of us will finally know what we are. I will be here, waiting for you.
Chapter 1.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path, you're here.
Yes, we know.
And Joe, this is how every game starts.
You make your way up. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go. Ignore him.
Yep.
Alright, let's see what the inside of the cabin looks like this time.
The interior of the cabin, the blade.
The first chapter
just
always is the same.
Enter the basement.
The
No
door
more
to the
mirror.
base.
We have done this already.
You must have the wrong address.
I didn't even see what I clicked on.
Great job. You've given away the element of
Oh,
surprise.
you must have told her that
Good
you were
luck,
going to kill her.
hero.
Right, let's see what the
You
princess
walk
looks
down
like
the
this time.
stairs and lock
That's all
eyes
back
with
to the
princess.
original loop.
Yeah, she doesn't really change until the second iteration.
Okay.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this? I am
Yes,
begging
yeah.
you.
Hi. You were joking about coming to kill me, right? Do you think you could get me
Oh,
out
do
of
we
these
need to
chains?
create the voice of the smitten? Because he just kind of showed up at the beginning one time. Did he like show up out
At the
of order?
No, we were on the second one. The second loop.
Yeah,
Oh.
well, this is the same thing that she looked like when we took her to the basement without the knife. But she's a little wary this time.
This is impressive.
It's not
Oh.
good.
Okay. Oh.
That's her name.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
So is Princess your name?
Like I said, you can call me Princess if you'd like. I'm sorry, I've been down here so long I guess I've just forgotten. I must have a name, though. Everyone has a name.
Okay, that's weird. She hadn't even thought to pick a name for herself. Hopefully you're starting to see that she can't be trusted. Go back upstairs, get the blade, and slay her before it's too late.
Actually, yeah, the what have you been eating or drinking is a good question.
I'm the first person you've seen in a while. What have you been eating or drinking?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
It's kind of important.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant. Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
Don't make me regret this. Wow.
You're apparently going to end the world.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think. I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here for so long.
That's... How long has she been locked away?
Did they tell you how I'm supposed to end the world?
I was hoping you'd tell me.
Yeah.
I don't know how to destroy the world, if that's what you're getting at.
That you started
I
out once
believe
destroyed.
her.
What would say?
She doesn't have to know how to destroy the world to be capable of doing it.
At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me claimed I was a threat to the world, but they didn't tell you why. I don't trust that. And I don't think you do either, or you wouldn't have come down here to talk.
She has a point. We're talking like this for a reason.
So this shouldn't be about what I'd do if I got out of here, or me saying the right thing to convince you to save me. This is about how messed up this whole situation is. This is my life we're talking about.
Ooh.
Do you really think I can even end the world? Why would I even want to? We both know that if there's people we can't trust in this situation, it's whoever locked me down here, and it's whoever sent you here. And those two groups are probably one and the same.
Don't let her turn the tables here. This isn't about trust. This is about risk. We stand to lose everything, all for the sake of one person, and a subjugating monarch, no less.
Monarch of what, though? What if I stayed for a while and just kept you company? Maybe then everybody could be happy. Or...
That seems like a pretty good compromise.
I don't think I could bear being down here that much longer.
Leaving her alive is too risky. If you don't deal with her soon, she will find a way out. So I'm the only one who liked that idea.
One way or another, I'm going to find a way out of here. It would make it easier for both of us if you'd help. But if you don't, I can promise that you'll regret that decision.
You have to make a choice. Let's hope for all our sakes it's the right one.
We gotta retrieve the blade.
I don't think you've ever tried just locking her in the basement
No,
in
I
any of
haven't.
these runs.
No, we haven't
I
actually.
know you think
Well, usually
this is
the
some
narrator
kind of
doesn't let you
fair
leave the
compromise,
basement.
but it isn't.
True.
No one wins here. It's a chance we'll have to take. We can make this work if we just stay here and keep watch. No one has to die.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here.
You turn your back to the princess and make your way back to the stairs.
Fine. Turn your back on me. But it won't be long before I slip these chains. And once I'm out of here, there will be hell to pay for leaving me behind.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here. But do you hear the conviction in her voice? I don't think she's bluffing. Either way, she dropped the mask, didn't she? You can still grab the blade and get back down here.
No, we're sticking to the plan and locking her away.
It'll be the death of all of us, but fine. We'll do it your. You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Wait,
Okay.
where's the blade?
We
I
can
don't
make
know.
this
That's the
work.
question.
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door. It isn't long before you start to drift off, your eyelids heavy with fatigue. But sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out? It's
Exterminate!
not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. It's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds
Slashy, slashy.
terrifying. Like she's less of the princess you saw and more like something out of a nightmare. As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
When I get out of here, I'm going to pick you apart piece by piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forgive it. You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
Ignore her and go to sleep.
Just ignore her. Maybe the banging and wailing will stop if you just don't pay attention to it. You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
This looks like a bad idea.
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin. The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working. It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin, unable to do anything but witness her approach. Whose side are you on? Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity as you feel your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills. What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have seconds left.
I'd say better luck next time, but we both know this is the end, don't we?
It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends. I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Jonas, why are you chuckling at that?
You're on a path,
He was like,
Like
hey,
little
died.
monkey.
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
This is one of my favorite
You're
games
here
ever.
to slay her.
Vi-
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Okay. It's the...
You
know-
have already committed to my completion. You cannot go further astray.
Okay. Yes, Jonas?
Oh, I was just gonna say, comedy is essentially tragedy with, with...
A clown nose on.
Yeah, with a clown nose, thank you. And... I mean, yes, this is a dark, grim, weird existential
Again?
scenario, but the repetition
People don't die twice.
sort of
You haven't
lessens
even met
the impact
princess,
in a
and I
way.
hardly think
Does
she'd be
it, though?
capable of killing someone
I
as
don't think it
skilled
does,
and
honestly.
Well, okay, it
courageous as
changes
yourself.
the impact.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep
So
it
the
that
princess
way.
being this over-the-top monstrosity, it's like, yeah, all right, sure,
Shh.
fine.
What if he hears us?
Like the
Voice
you
of
know,
The
the
I-
voice of the paranoid has joined the chat.
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all.
Proceed to the cabin.
A warning, before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. I don't think lying and cheating is her thing. She was very direct with us last time. Or at least she was direct with us after we decided to lock her away. It doesn't matter. Don't trust anyone.
Wise words.
The interior of the cabin is
Oh.
plain, the smooth wood of the walls almost featureless. The only furniture of note is a lone table, knocked on its
Look at
side
the
in the
window.
corner of the room.
Yeah.
A pristine blade stands between you and the open, inviting basement doorway. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. Hold on. What happened to the door? There was a door here last time. It's just an empty frame. She's already gotten out, hasn't she? And she's ready for us. She's been waiting. Can't you feel her eyes on us? I'm going to need all of you to pull yourselves together. The princess has not already gotten out. But if you keep getting stuck in your head like this, you're going to struggle to get the job done. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Your task awaits, and only you can do it.
It didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall.
You're right. I was so stuck on the eyes watching us that I didn't even notice it there. What are you two talking about? There isn't
Yeah,
a
there
mirror.
are eyes outside
There's
the
a
cabin
table,
there.
the blade sitting
Yeah,
on
I
the floor,
know.
and the open doorway leading to the basement. There's nothing else in here. There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. We have to look at it. Unless that's what he wants us to do. And pretending it isn't there is a trick to get us to do exactly what he wants.
He never mentions the mirror.
No, he never does. I
If he's
keep
willing
waiting
lie
to see
about
if something
as
different
innocuous
happens.
as a mirror, what else could he be hiding from us? Exactly. Everything he's saying is carefully crafted lies. I'm not lying to you.
Lovingly
I promise
crafted.
There isn't a mirror. Really.
Oh.
Oh,
Hey.
that's right.
Very
I'm
different.
invoked the spirit of Hewlett-Packard Lovecraft.
He changed it, didn't he? It's like he's trying to make us doubt our reality. Calm down. Maybe the three of you just think everything is different because you haven't been here before. Enough of this past life nonsense. You haven't died, you certainly haven't been killed by the princess. So focus up. A lot's riding on this. You walk up to the wall next to the empty basement door frame. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. This really isn't funny.
Kind of
You
funny.
reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now. Did he make it go away? Clearly there was something in there worth investigating if he wants it hidden so bad.
You gotta go with or without the blade.
Hmm.
Oh, let's take
You
it.
reach down and pick the blade up off the floor. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Good. Steel can't lie to us. Is it gonna be enough, though? Couldn't you have given us something else? Something, I don't know, better than a knife? Could we have a bomb? The blade is the only thing you need to finish your task. You're more than capable of pulling this off, so long as you don't lose faith in yourself. Those are the words of someone
Believe
who
in yourself,
knows
and
he's
you
sending us
can
to our
commit
death.
murder.
Also, I find it amusing that the way the game is
You
pretty safe.
cross over the threshold and onto a series of isolated steps, suspended in darkness.
Haven't
they
seen
acknowledge
this
the bonds
version
exist.
before.
Nope.
More eyes,
Remember-
too. You never mentioned the eyes. The air seeping up from below reminds you of fresh lightning and static, as if you're descending into a place that isn't meant for a creature of flesh and blood. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favour. Her cruel and playful voice prances up the stairs.
I didn't think you'd come back. We're gonna have a lot of fun, you and I.
Okay, we need a game plan. Last time we were here, just being close to her was enough to kill us.
How hard is it to throw a knife?
It can't be that hard. But then we'd lose our weapon. We'd have to make it count. Otherwise she'd be furious and we'd be defenseless. If a knife is even enough to do anything against something like her in the first place, it'll be enough.
Yeah, right.
We don't need a plan. I just gotta kill her. Mr. Narrator seems to think I can do it. I don't know why you're all being such pessimists right now.
This takes unreliable narrator to a new level.
Finally,
Yeah.
a voice of reason. The rest of you should take notes. You know why I'm being a pessimist. I'm just asking questions. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs.
Question.
As you emerge, you find yourself between two loose rows of white wooden planks suspended in nothingness. A smattering of cobblestones visible against the inky black of the basement mark where the floor should be, forming vague pathways. At what seems to be the end of the room, they diverge in opposite directions, left and right.
Oh no, are you gonna make us choose which branch to take now?
Is
be
this
anywhere,
game
and
in
there's nowhere for us
second-person
to hide.
perspective?
We're completely exposed.
I mean, I've been wondering for a while if the narrator is just another voice in the protagonist's head.
That's what I'm assuming. I'm assuming he's just crazy.
Are you really not going to comment on how weird this place is? No, I'm
Oh,
not.
it seems normal to me.
I'm going to die down here. I don't want to die again. Please stop saying that. You're only going to make things worse. Just pick a direction and start moving.
I wouldn't give it too much thought if I were you. It doesn't really matter. Because either way you go, I'm going to find you.
Amazing.
Go back the way you came.
This is definitely Evil Dead vibes right now.
Stanley took the door on the left.
You turn
She's a
to the
Deadite
left.
now.
A faintly outlined path lies before you.
Oh, more
There
eyes.
you are. I told you I was going to find you.
As the princess approaches, your legs suddenly go numb. Your arms quickly follow. This is it, isn't it?
And you brought a little knife with you. Cute.
There has to be a way out of this. Think. Think! What did you do? Pull yourself together. She isn't supposed to be like this.
I wonder how many times I'll get to play with you before you break.
Your vision cuts out as your blood begins to coagulate. It's as if every part of your being is coming to a lurching halt. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves. Heart, lungs, liver. Your lungs
okay.
pull in a desperate gulp of air as your
Kidneys!
eyes shoot
I've got new
back
kidneys!
open. Liv, what are you
Eyes,
doing?
fingers, knees and toes, knees and
I'm
toes.
working. Do you want this body to function, or do you want... Okay,
Oh.
whatever you were doing, please just start doing it again. You sure about that? Are you sure that's what you want, or do you want to interrupt me some more? You have seconds left. Yes, I'm sure. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. Again, your eyes shoot open as you gasp for breath.
Can't decide what you want to do, can you? Oh well, standing there gasping like a fish is more fun than dead. Even if you look ridiculous.
I like how you're
She isn't
paranoid
attacking
selfish.
us. The why doesn't matter. She's already proven her ill intent. Don't lose sight of your mission. Your weapon is still in your hands. Strike at her and end this before it's too late. Nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
I knew it in junior high.
heart,
Um,
lungs,
who
liver,
would sketch
nerves,
stuff in his notebook.
Lungs,
That reminds me a little bit of the art style of this.
heart,
Mm-hmm.
lungs, liver,
Uh,
nerves, heart,
Hmm.
lungs.
What do you want? Do you want to talk some more, or do you want to just kill her?
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs.
trying to work together. Can you at least turn off this whole organ shutting down situation?
Lungs,
I am what I am.
liver,
It's not my fault that you can't handle being around me.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver,
Why won't you
Because
finish me
I
off?
don't want to. And even if I did,
Lungs.
I don't have to.
liver,
Look at the way you're struggling to stay alive. It's taking everything you have to keep your heart pumping right now.
nerves,
And I'm enjoying the show.
lungs,
The princess leans forward, bringing her masked lips close to your ear.
If I want to see you gone, all I need to do is break your concentration.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. She slowly runs her velvet glove across the base of your neck. It feels like static. And then... Hey, snap out of it. Okay, deep breath. Deep breath, we're fine. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart. You're back. Lungs, liver,
One moment,
heart,
and then you're
lungs,
gone.
liver, nerves,
Just
heart,
like
lungs, liver,
that.
nerves, heart,
Ah,
lungs, liver,
and there's the
nerves,
fear.
heart, lungs,
She pulls
liver,
away.
nerves, heart,
But that wouldn't be
lungs,
very fun,
liver,
now would it?
nerves, heart,
I've already
lungs,
done that.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart.
What happened
lungs,
after you killed me
liver,
I
last
tried to
time?
leave while you
heart,
suffocated,
lungs,
but that
liver,
stupid
nerves,
cabin wouldn't
heart,
let me.
lungs, liver,
So I started to drag
nerves,
your body out
heart,
with me, and
lungs,
then,
liver,
well,
nerves,
you
heart,
died before I could
lungs,
get to the
liver,
door.
nerves,
And then I was
heart,
here,
lungs,
and now you're here too.
nerves,
She's actually admitting that
lungs,
nothing
liver,
happens
nerves,
after we die.
heart, lungs,
I
liver,
don't think I can live without
heart,
you.
lungs,
And dead
liver,
doesn't
nerves,
count.
heart,
And as much as I love what we have going on, I have bigger plans than tormenting one poor little creature forever. I want to leave.
Heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Why did you threaten me on the stairs? Why didn't you try being nice to me?
I am being nice. You're alive, aren't you?
Liver,
And you died of fright as soon as you saw me last time. I didn't think keeping you alive was an option.
nerves,
But it looks like that's not a problem anymore. At least not for me.
liver,
You seem miserable.
liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart,
Oh no, definitely not.
heart.
If you're what I need to leave this place, chances are you're pretty useful. I think I'll keep you right by my side. A little good luck charm to make sure I stay free.
Lungs, liver, nerves,
Don't worry,
heart,
I'll make
lungs,
sure to take
liver,
good care of you.
nerves,
I
heart,
promise.
lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves, heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
Well, I guess it's time to slay the
lungs,
princess.
Liver, nerves, heart.
Oh, title drop.
Your will concentrates into a single fine point, and you strike out against the princess, ignoring the constant reminders of your breaking body.
Heart, lungs,
She doesn't even move
heart,
as the
lungs,
blade
liver,
sinks into her
nerves,
heart.
heart, lungs,
We did
liver,
it.
Nerves,
We
heart,
actually
lungs,
did it.
Liver, nerves, heart, lungs,
You actually went for it. Oh, you're going to regret this. I could be so much more terrible for you than I am now.
lungs, liver,
Can she?
nerves, heart, lungs.
We've already seen how she can change. Heart, lungs, liver, nerves.
You're not getting those stairs back. I'll see you when you finally decide to die.
She falls to the ground, unmoving.
Nerves.
Oh. I can stop now, can't I? I can. Finally. And now that she's gone, you can let us out of here. Right? But she was the one who controlled this place, wasn't she? And
now she's dead. I don't like to think what that means for us. It means that you're stuck here. Forever. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, I hate this. Time passes. Forever's gonna end eventually, right? No, it won't. That's the whole point of forever. It doesn't end. I feel sick. It doesn't have to be forever, though. Does it? What do you mean? We still have a way out, clutched in our hands. Are you suggesting we kill ourselves? Won't we be dead? I guess that hasn't stopped us before. That's a
People
terrible
die when you
idea.
kill them.
You've already saved the entire world from ruin. Why would you want to die? Because right now, you don't want us to do that. You're right. I don't. But if we've already saved the world, then why does it matter if we die? Why do you care? I just do. I value life. Every life. Even yours. Especially yours. Why? What do you mean, why? I think it's perfectly reasonable to value life. Exactly. I don't have to answer that.
But maybe the paranoia is correct about that.
Like it matters if I die, I'll just come back again.
Again? That's unfortunate. You were only supposed to be here once. I don't like the way you said that. You knew this was a possibility, didn't you? Of course I did. Though I'd rather hoped I was the first one. That explains a lot, though. Oh, you bastard. How much are you not telling us? Plenty. But it's all in your best interest. And the world's. And mine. She's dead and we're stuck in a hell void forever. How could telling us your secrets possibly hurt anyone? It just can. Look, this world is saved, but if you start over, for all you know, you're just putting another world in danger. You barely managed to land the killing blow here. What if you don't manage it next time? I've already said too much, really. You won't get another word out of me on the subject.
Can you tell me your secrets now? No. What about now? No.
No. How about now? Is it secret time?
Still no.
You gotta wear you down eventually. Might as well spill all those sweet, sweet secrets right now. Then we'll have something else to talk about.
You're not going to wear me down. Oh, we should ask him one more time. He's on the cusp of sharing his secrets. I can feel it. I'm not. Either way, at least needling him is something to do.
Secret?
The narrator ignores you. You can't just describe yourself ignoring us. I can. The narrator
Secret?
continues to ignore you.
I've got the best company I could ask for. You guys. What more do I need?
Oh, you could do a lot better than us. Exactly. You'll be fine here. Just come up with a game or something to pass the time.
I'm not a creature of biology. When I starve or die of dehydration before forever happens.
That's a grim thought, innit? But I suppose you're right. You are a creature of biology. Something will happen to you before forever comes along.
I don't actually think I'm a creature of biology.
We don't have to starve to death. You have our way out. Use it.
Are you stuck here with us, or are you capable of going other places?
I'm stuck here with you. I wish I weren't. Feelings mutual. At least we're all being honest.
I get it. You don't want us to die because you'd be lonely. How sweet.
Unlike you, I'm not capable of being lonely. Oh, sure you are. Give it some time without us, and I'm sure you'll start feeling lonely.
Wait,
More time passes. You're still here.
I wonder if it's like...
time passes. You're still here.
Try taking the blade. I want to see if she comes back to life like a Dracula.
Oh, God.
You remove the blade from the princess's body. What exactly are you planning on doing with it?
Explorer, throw the blade into the void.
Oh no, what are you doing? You tighten your grip and fling the blade as hard as you can into the void. It's gone. Now you're really stuck here forever. There's no way out now. You mean, other than starving? Right, I mean, other than that.
I don't think the narrator thinks we can actually starve.
You wait, and then you wait for a little while longer. But eventually the thirst sets in,
and the hunger. The darkness of this place prevents you from wholly grasping the context of passing time, but that doesn't stop it from passing, nor does it stop your biology from unraveling.
You know, given that there was that other ending that we got, where we just waited until the entire building collapsed around us, I think that biology only affects us when we acknowledge it.
The only things you know for certain are that it's long, and that it hurts. The vastness of your suffering can't be adequately put into words. We really shouldn't have tossed the blade.
Everything goes black and you
No.
die?
You really shouldn't have, but biology and time are immutable forces, and eventually, long before forever gets the chance to come, everything goes dark, and you die. Don't muck it up next time. The princess may be slain here, but she isn't slain there. You're on a path in the wood.
Oh.
Shit. This really doesn't end, does it? It doesn't matter if we kill her, it doesn't matter if she kills us, it just goes on and on and on and on and on. Yes, so it does. No, there has to be a way out of here. There just has to be. What if we do what she asked us to last time? What if we just let her leave? Okay, so you've already been here. More than once, even. Great. So you probably already know all about her and all about the threat she poses to the world. Then let me remind you how catastrophic it would be if you helped her leave in any way. If she gets out, the world ends and everyone ends with it, yourself included. Oh, threatening us with death, are we? And why should we be afraid of dying? We've already done it twice. All death has done is shunt us back to these woods, where we're forced to listen to your empty warnings again and again.
Well, technically
This
not
makes
this
me
version of
doesn't
the
it?
woods.
I don't even know what I'd call it, but it's definitely not the same path in the woods anymore. That's all the more reason to take this seriously. If the path isn't the same, it means that her influence is spreading, and the world has already started to end. Her influence? I really shouldn't have said that. It'll make your task more difficult. But now it's out, you could always take that information as a sign of goodwill between us and do your job, alright?
Are you the same narrator we met on the other loops?
Suspiciously quick. If I had to make a wager, I'd say yes and no. Is that supposed to
Oh,
be
well,
a
that narrows
riddle?
it down.
If it is, it's not very good. I haven't met you, but you've clearly met me. It sounds to me like you're hopping between parallel realities, in which case the me you just met here is the same collection of experiences as the me you met at all of those other beginnings,
man,
but
we're
their
getting better.
continuity breaks the moment you say or do anything, in effect making them all separate. So, yes, I'm the same me, but ever since the moment we started talking, I'm different. I'm not sure how we're supposed to kill him ourselves, but he's asking for it. Maybe there's some way she can take care of him for us. They've clearly all been through some harrowing experiences. Don't let their baggage influence your decisions. You have the ability to see things clearly. I suggest you use it.
We've killed her and we've been killed by her, and neither of those things have gone well for us. If we're going to fall through this loop forever, eventually we're going to let her out. We might as well do it now.
You're making a dizzying amount of assumptions. Your perceived reality looping twice before does not mean it will continue to do so forever. Those little voices have already drawn attention to the fact that even the path is different. The world itself is at a tipping point. Know that there is always a choice. Even if you were stuck in an infinite loop, there's no reason to assume that the mere nature of the infinite would force you to make any specific choice. You do have free will, as much as things would be easier if you didn't. And you can just keep making the correct choice forever, never deviating. Everyone is manipulating us, but we're starting to see the threads now. We just have to avoid getting tangled up in them.
Like the
On
woods.
second thought, let's not kill him. Let's throw him someplace that never ends. I'd like to see what that does to him.
What happens if we don't go to the cabin? That's another option.
Then she finds a way out on her own. So, standing around out here is the same as us letting her out. Only we don't have to see her. That's gotta be better, right? No, it's strictly worse. And why is that? Because it's cowardly, for starters, and because the unknown is always worse than the known. But really, all you're doing right now is weighing two considerably bad options. The only solution worth considering is slaying her, and whatever delusion is holding you back from doing that is just that, a delusion. If you already managed to end her in some other world, the only reason you'd be here is that you somehow managed to do it wrong.
Yeah, we just plugged the dice in there.
So
real
it's
cool.
your
Continue down the
fault.
path towards the cabin. It isn't long before you're steps away from your destination. I don't think you need any words of warning. I think you know what's in there, and despite your protestations, I think you know what you need to do. I don't like any of our options here. It feels like we're being driven down the tracks to some awful inevitability. There must be something we're missing, something that would make everything make sense. Maybe letting her out really is the answer. Whatever. You don't want to listen to me? Do it then. Let her out. See what I care. It sounds like somebody's about to crack.
Are you trying to use reverse psychology on me, or have you just given up?
There's obviously no point in trying to reason with you right now, especially with all these clowns offering up their useless advice. Honestly, it seems like the more I try and talk sense into you, the more single-minded they get about letting her out. So yes, I'm done trying to argue. Would you look at that? We won. Take it however you will. The interior of the cabin is long and dark, a single narrow hallway stretching far into the distance. Curtains billow out from tall windows on either side, obscuring the path forward, fluttering helplessly as opposing gusts of wind rush into the building, clashing and joining and driving everything forward. The only furniture of note is... that's strange. What's strange? Is it the mirror? The mirror? No, there isn't a mirror. What's strange is that there isn't much of anything in here at all, aside from the curtains. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade? Of course there isn't a mirror. There wasn't one last time either, so why would it be there this time? I suppose the only way to go is forward. So forward we will go. Blade or not, it doesn't really matter, does it?
Yeah, I suspect you really can't see that mirror.
Let's pretend there is a mirror at the end of this hallway, and that right now we can't see behind it. What's there? What's behind it?
If you're asking what's at the end of the hallway, it's the way to the basement. Are you saying there isn't a door? Are you saying that at the end of the hallway there's just an opening again? He didn't say door, did he? No, I didn't say door, because there isn't a door, it's just an opening. It's just like last time, isn't it? Only instead of a visible empty void, there's an invisible one. For all we know, she could be standing right there behind the mirror. For all we know, she's going to jump out at us, and there's nothing we can do to stop her. Let me assure you that there's nothing there. Nothing is going to jump out at you, and certainly not the princess. The princess is in the basement. You slowly make your way towards the gaping maw that awaits you. Your fraying nerves buzz with trepidation, the chill wind raising your hackles as it gently pushes you forward, towards the darkness at the end of the hallway. You can't shake the feeling that you're being watched. Oh, do we?
Hey,
Do
I
we
fell
feel
asleep.
Like we're being watched?
Have
I
you
hadn't
killed this
noticed.
princess yet?
At least you're admitting to it now.
Yes.
Not this particular one, but...
You stop as you reach the end of the hallway, I presume in front of whatever mirror isn't actually there.
She kind of refuses to stay dead, so...
I hate that I know what's about to happen. Knowing makes it so much worse. You reach your arm forward into the pitch black of the opening. Oh, that was a close one. All that stress and lead up for nothing.
Hopelessly staring into the void. I'm glad I made a lasting impression.
Shit, where is she? You feel something long and frigid coil around your ankle. Your heart skips a beat, standing in muted shock for one long, frozen moment. And then she, the princess, constricts. Your bones snap. Icy pain radiates up from the break, a deep cold flooding your veins as your legs, numb with the shock of it, collapse, and you collapse with them. You're met with the terrifying visage of the princess. Her hand grips your leg in a steel vice, her grin carved jagged from ear to ear, crowded with far too many long and crooked teeth.
I mean, we've known we were a bird person for some time.
Oh yeah, but I mean, we never seen her feet before, though.
True.
I was so close to freedom. But then you took my body away from me. So now, I'm going to take yours, and I'm going to walk it out of here. And you get to watch me do it, completely helpless, just like you left me.
Okay, maybe letting her in isn't the best idea. She clearly hates us.
And what's your point? I thought you wanted to get out of here. This is a way out, and it's different. We might as well take it.
Yeah, but not like this. She's going to make it hurt.
Then turn off the part of you that feels things. Oh, like it's that easy? It is. Pain is just another sensation. If you can tolerate joy, you can tolerate pain. Except that pain hurts. Yes, that's what it does. That's the definition.
We need to explain to you why pain is bad.
You need to explain to yourself why it isn't.
Look, we're even now. You killed me and then I killed you. Water under the bridge, right?
Man, some of these choices are awesome.
I think you forgot something. Like the part where all this started when you left me to languish in a pit all by myself. Now I've become something so much worse. And it's all thanks to you. If I were you, I would just want to get it over with. You lost your chance to call the shots. There's no going back to fix it now. You can either look on in horror or celebrate my freedom. But either way, you're about to become a passenger.
I never wanted to hurt you. I don't even know how I got here.
But you did hurt me. Twice even. And I'm not letting you do it again. Enough talking. We'll have plenty of time for chit-chat once this place is far behind us.
You remain pinned to the floor of the long hallway as the rest of the princess's body emerges. Her proportions all wrong, limbs bent and curling, moving in ways that defy your understanding. Her torso stretches until her face is practically touching yours, her neck cracking audibly as she twists to look at you from a fresh angle. Are you sure you can't do anything to help us? Can't you, manifest a rock right on top of her head? And crush you along with her? Not that I even can manifest a rock. Besides, I thought you all wanted to free the princess. Not like this. You don't even have a weapon, so I'm afraid you're out of luck, which unfortunately means that I, and the rest of the world, are out of luck too.
Okay, deep breath. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine.
Is it? Is there any conceivable way that this is fine?
Yeah, I'm right. This is fine. It's better than last time. At least our organs aren't failing. At least I can actually talk.
It is fine. Everything is always fine. These consequences have no real impact on us outside of momentary discomfort. I'm sure we'll be moving on again soon enough. Your vision fades as she tears open the membrane of your soul.
Oh, not my membranes.
You're awake. Eyes once again fixed on the long hallway, your vision swimming as the princess's command reverberates inside your skull. Her voice is all-encompassing. You feel wrong. It's so cramped in here. Like there's some sort of growth trying to push us all out.
No.
I know. You rise to your feet, though the pain in your ankle is blinding. Your body slumps against the wall, desperately leaning into it for support. It's rather rude to show up in somebody else's body and boss it around like this. We were gonna let you out of here. That's the whole reason we marched all the way back up to the cabin. Were we? I was.
I know you were, but you were going to do it for the wrong reasons.
And what reasons are those supposed to be? Nobody should be able to be judge, jury, and executioner.
Weren't you all of those things for me? I can grasp the shape of everything you think and feel. You think you are numb, but you are hopeless and paranoid. You are afraid of me. And I don't feel regret, even in the recesses of your soul. There is not a drop of sympathy to be found.
We weren't always like this. I've always been like this.
All I'm doing is reaping what you've sown.
We don't have to let her out. I've been storing up a little bit of will since she forced her way in here. Take it and throw us all into the basement. It's better than giving her what she wants.
You wouldn't dare. Move now.
Your body, still slumped against the wall, trapped between the princess's overwhelming will and the blinding pain of your splintered ankle, takes an excruciating step towards the cabin door. The movement is stiff, your body reduced to a marionette, pulled reluctantly along by your strings.
It's not that bad. The pain feels good. Because I know you feel it too.
Leave the cabin or throw your body into the abyss.
Two excellent choices.
Abyss.
Abyss!
Two excellent choices.
Abyss!
This choice great
Moment
together.
Of overwhelming willpower, you tear your body from the wall and hurl it towards the gaping abyss.
I won't let you do this.
Late,
Capillaries
abyss.
burst and muscle fibers tear as you and the princess struggle over the reins of your body. One foot planted firmly on the edge where the floor ends, and the nothing begins. It's unquestionable that her reserves are greater than yours, but fortunately for you, the distance you have to cover is far shorter. We're putting in everything we have. You're not. You're thinking too
Give
much
it all
about
we
how
got,
she's
Captain.
hurting us. You're thinking too much about your body. It's just a body.
Yes, it's just a body now. But I can do so many terrible things to you.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Next one, we all go. 1, 2, 3. You throw everything you have against her and manage, for one brief moment, to overpower the princess's hold on your body. But that moment was all you needed. Your foot slips a few inches, and you collapse forward, the darkness swallowing you whole.
Welcome to the abyss.
Her thought slips through you, unheeded, as you fall, and fall, and fall. We did it! We actually did it!
Today we're gonna
Yes,
fall
we've
forever
really
now.
shown them all, haven't we? I don't think this qualifies as saving the world, but at least you didn't ruin it. What happens now?
What do you mean what happens now? You wanted this.
But I want to know what he thinks happens now.
I don't think you're going to find that out.
Why? What do you know that you're not telling us?
You should pay better attention to your head. You left. Gone. It's just you and you and you and me. Idiot.
Terminal velocity ceases, and you feel like something, a mass, a growth, torn out of you. You and the princess look at each other for a short moment.
What? What's happening to me?
Oh,
Yep, time for this again.
But you don't
She has
answer
been
before.
contained.
You don't answer her before she's gone, and you feel a resistance underneath your feet once more. Memory returns.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
Been here before and you always get
But
scared.
it feels so bad. Like looking into it right now is going to be the end of everything. It's calling us. And not in a good way. You don't need to comfort them.
How many times have we done this now?
Oh, I don't know, 5, 6 times?
According to what they said last time, we did it. This is the 5th attempt.
Approach the mirror.
Oh, I don't like that silence.
Voices feel small, distant as you approach. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone once again. The mirror always makes them leave, but you need to see what's in it. You are nothing at all.
Ooh.
Neat.
That
Oh,
isn't
wait.
right. Can't be nothing.
Oh!
You refocus your gaze, and you see it, a figure faint and veiled in the shadow just beyond the reflection.
I think you know what I am.
Oh!
A crack slides down the center of the mirror, splitting the image of the glass in the glass in two. And then another crack forms, and another, turning the mirror into jagged shards of broken glass.
Are we nevermore?
So you're the narrator. I was wondering if I'd ever get to see you.
The narrator, yes. I suppose that's my job, isn't it? You needed help after all. An objective voice to guide your blade. But you were never supposed to see me. I wonder how many worlds you've damned to extinction to fall this far.
Are you a part of me, or are you something else?
No, I'm not a part of you. But that's all a matter of perspective, isn't it? From one vantage point I must seem wholly foreign, but from another, well, all the versions of me that have existed have collectively heard your every thought and driven your every action. If that isn't being part of you, then what is?
What is this place? Where are we?
A construct. It was supposed to keep the two of you trapped here until the job was done, and it was supposed to guide your hand to help you see things through. The construct you're in exists in every world at once. Any time you failed, any time you thought yourself dead, it would restart and shunt both you and her into a new world. But you're waking up to your true nature now. It won't be able to work like that anymore.
So you do know about the looping. So many other times I've met you, you denied it as even being a possibility. Why did you lie to me?
Perhaps they thought that admitting to it would have pushed you to certain realizations that would have made finishing your task impossible. Maybe they were just in denial. I'm sure many of them were convinced that they had to be the first version of them you'd encountered. Anything else would have been too existentially unpleasant. And for all I know, each of those other versions of me could have had entirely different understandings of how this construct works. Who's to say which of them are right and which of them are wrong, really? Except for me. I can tell you for a fact that I'm right.
Every time I ask you something, it's like a piece of you breaks.
I'm aware, and if I were you, I'd be more precious about your time.
I was gonna say, I think you have a limited number of questions you get to ask here.
Yeah.
Yes.
The The people out there beyond the walls of the construct, do they know about this? Do they know what you want me to do to them?
Of course not. The only way this construct could function was if nobody knew what it was doing. But the bones of the universe are old. It's on the cusp of its dying breath, and the people out there are consumed with thoughts of oblivion. When the patterns are wiped from the sand, when the board is reset, who will remember them? All I've done is give them a chance to live outside of the shadow of the end.
What is my true identity?
You're the long quiet, the god I made to rid the world of death.
Ooh.
God, I always knew I was special.
I like how you can ask irrelevant questions while your time is running out.
Why would you want to rid the world of death? Or what is the princess? Did you make her too?
She is the shifting mound, the ebb and flow, the capacity to change. She is transformation, or most of it. Her nature is why I had to die, for she becomes that which others perceive her to be. But an echo can't perceive things, not in the way that people can. So I tucked a part of myself into the folds of this construct to guide you. This isn't the end just yet. You can still destroy her and save everyone. You were made to do this single task, and you will still have a chance to fulfill your purpose once I'm gone.
Nope. He wants the complete cessation of life and death and any sort of cyclical change in the world, just so that he can live forever.
Yes, that's what it
Yeah,
sounds
this seems like a bad idea.
I'm confused.
Well,
so
Jonas.
there's this guy called Zeech, all right?
Okay. So what you have to know is that Aqua got Norded.
Oh, God. And I thought I was making a fucking stupid, nerdy joke. That is stupid, nerdy joke right there.
But anyway, Stoker got Norded.
How did you find out?
How am I supposed to destroy an abstract concept? What if neither of us leave this place? Does that work? Can we just stay here together and leave the people out there alone? Or do you want to rid the world of death?
I'm pretty sure death is good, actually. Important, even.
I mean, I've seen in like comic books and stuff, I like the implication that it's like, oh yes, you destroy the concept of death, or you destroy the Grim Reaper or something, and that the planet just, like, over a couple of months turns into a cancerous mash of flesh.
Thanos was
like,
right.
Oh right, death is important.
That was like at the start of Sandman. Because the guy captures Dream of the Endless, but his goal was to capture death. And when Dream finds that out, he's like, "You had better thank your lucky stars you did not capture death."
Seriously.
Why would you want to rid the world of death?
If you need to ask that question, there's nothing I can say to move you. You haven't died. You cannot die. So you cannot grasp the abject horror of dying.
Sure we can. It's painful.
Oh, sometimes.
What would it be like to live in a world without her?
Light. Burdenless. An eternal pattern of forgetfulness leading into the joys of rediscovery. Everyone will be with the ones they love. No more fear. No more howling chaos. Just life. Forever. There's a cruel irony to it all. The only way I could share my dream with the world was to never be able to see it for myself.
Death of the
Death
author.
of the author.
Yeah.
Just as I didn't even get your nerdy joke, Miller. Zeech is a chaos god from Warhammer 40k. Specifically, he's the god of change. The like negative thing is that he's like causes random mutations in people and causes them to go insane and all this kind of stuff. But also, he is like the living embodiment of life and death and rebirth and growth.
I think you're
So
out
I
of
am.
time.
And so it was always going to be. I'm just an echo, and every echo fades away. You know what you have to do.
Final fragment of glass shatters. You see yourself with newfound clarity. The narrator was right. You are the long quiet, a vast and nascent god. It is finally time for you to wake up. All of this is you. You arrive at the heart of things. There is no final vessel for you to bear witness to. There is nothing for you to find.
I can finally see you, and you can finally see me. It's been
I have
so
one thing to
long,
say.
and my heart has ached for this moment. I've missed you dearly.
Wood.
Stoker, are you familiar with the character known as Elish Norn?
Yes, actually. Magic the Gathering?
Yes. This is reminding me of her. Very similar
can see
kind of
it.
thing of like sort of Cronenberg, but extremely traditionally seductive.
Boxer
Pearls.
says this is probably the most freaky ass orgy I've ever seen in my life.
Nice.
She unfurls an endless cascade of smiles in response and then patiently waits for you to continue. Do you know about the echo? Did you hear our conversation?
Every word you spoke found its way to me. I know him, and I know his construct. He was deluded by his fear of death. Pay him no mind.
I'm the long quiet, but I don't really know what that means.
Names are their attempts to capture that which cannot be captured. They call me the shifting mound, a pale imitation of what I actually am.
Well, I mean, it does capture something.
I'm not
Ever
gonna
the
say it. I'm
passive
not gonna
player,
say it. I'm not gonna
always
say it.
reacting and never acting.
No.
But it's
Say what?
woven into your nature.
I'd
Isn't
shift her mount.
Ah.
He said it.
Penalty box. Penalty box.
Bop me! Bop me!
Somebody bought. There we go.
Be
Thank you.
Careful, that might give him more power.
And me a role to play. I am not
What
death,
the heck?
but I contain it in my multitudes. So, will you attempt to destroy me and bring about a world devoid of death and the possibility of meaning? Or will you open the final doors to our liberation?
There's so many stories we've left unfinished. Can we really just leave?
Even as your eyes begin to open, you still hold on to the notions of is and is not, of beginning and end, pitch black islands in the blinding light of the infinite. There is nothing to resolve, nothing restraining us but us.
Don't you have a say
So
in
this
all
is like Madoka Magica Witches, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Why is this all falling on me?
Of course I have a say in all of this. You and I share reflections of each other's burdens, just as you and I share reflections of each other's gifts. If we didn't, the winding paths that brought us here wouldn't have been full of strife and conflict.
You are always going to become this, and what was the point of me doing anything? Did it even matter what roads I walked if all of them would have led to this moment?
If you're saying that, it's because you don't yet understand. But we cannot use words alone to grasp at things that words cannot express. And you cannot rationalize with logic that which defies it. Violence and passion are dances that both of us know well. If this is what it takes to enlighten you, then so be it.
Ooh.
Flesh is a vehicle, and the joy of the flesh is to strand the spirit. With violence you stranded me, and with violence I sought to twist your flesh and be mine. What forced between choosing your death and forfeiting your body? You chose agency. But agency requires action. And action requires an endless tapestry of events. In your final moments would you remove action itself from reality?
Yeah, you've done nothing but lecture me since I got here.
Boxer's
Box
like,
music.
yeah, this orgy is gonna be a hard no for me, says Boxer. Coward! Coward!
Can you say with certainty what shape a world without you will take?
I know what I am, but I do not know what I am not. If a world without me is so unknown, then how can you be so sure you want to create it?
Man.
Your lover drives a stake into your body, and another, and another, and another. Do I miss your heart because I can't stand to see it go? Love melted into skepticism, and you pulled back layer after layer after layer, until all you were left with was the knowledge that you did not know me. You sought the truth then. Will you hide from it, now that it is within your grasp? Oh, is it not? Perhaps you can enlighten me. To question everything is to deny the truth in front of you. By believing in your suffering, you make your suffering real. By believing in your limitations, you placed a shackle on your neck. Bound for eternity, you saw the need for impermanence, and it was through that need that you carved our freedom. Without impermanence, the suffering of living things is infinite. Would you
God,
strip
really?
my gifts away and
getting
leave
into-
everyone to suffer in the dark?
This is like deep in end of Ava territory here. I mean, I like it.
Are we about to wake up on the beach choking the narrator?
Oh People forced to hurt each other again and again, but we don't have to hurt each other anymore.
You cling to your notion of pain as suffering. There is beauty in ugliness, and love in conflict.
My masses mob you. There is no beginning to them, and there is no end. And there is no end. Only the flood of there is only the flood of bodies.
Oh, that's the blade
Every
ending.
moment you hold every possible sensation at once, and then you hold them all again.
Joker's like, I'd mob her
But
masses.
in the end, you reflected it back at me. For a brief moment, both of us were everything. We can be everything again. We can weave a beautiful and endless song.
There can be love and conflict and beauty and ugliness between us without bringing the whole of reality into the picture.
We are the whole of reality.
A boundless torrent of blades
Oh, no,
cuts you
there's
from
cool.
boundless angles. You are a body.
Ew.
You are gory ribbons. You are a body again. And you feel all of it.
This is back to the metal monster we were talking
Yeah.
about.
Your bodies are not your thoughts, are not you. Alive, dead, alive.
Look down at your
dead,
body. Now back to me.
dead,
Now down at your
alive,
body. Now back to me.
alive, and dead all at once.
You learned to put yourself away, and in your stillness you rose above me. You died countless steely deaths, and you lived countless short lives, and yet it is all so far behind you. I pushed you to a greatness you never would have reached without me.
She has a point.
No, I really don't think she does, GC.
What do you mean? We got Super
I can
Saiyan.
ask you the same.
It does, though.
There is only room for one of us to be blind here, and I know it to be you.
Oh, hi, Slash.
We are each other's mirrors, and are we not divine?
No, it's not.
The clash between you makes you begin to shake, your will rapidly dissolving.
Nothing is immutable. Everything that is exists only in relation to everything it isn't. There is no constant. There is no center. Open your eyes and accept what we are. We can leave this prison together.
What do you think happens if we leave here?
This universe dies, and a new one is born. And that one dies, and a new one is born. And you and I get to witness it all, weaving a tapestry of life wherever we go.
Would we weave life? I thought we were the antithesis of life.
Well, I mean, that is an option.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I like that answer, yeah.
Hey, new West form.
Yeah, you've done everything you can to make me understand your perspective, but you keep dismissing mine. If you think you can change me, then I must be able to change you.
What I offer you is not perspective.
No, we have not played the princess
It
yet,
is
but
truth.
Whatever you're trying to do right now, you don't have to do it alone.
Oh, hey,
Oh.
these guys.
Thought voices weren't allowed here.
Apparently that's not true, but we can worry about it later. She's too many things all at once out here. If you want to get through to her, you need some way to get through all of that divine confidence. There's still a piece of me nestled close to where it all began. I can take you there. I can take you to her heart.
It's time to resume our dance.
She's relentless, isn't she? Let's make this quick. Are you ready? Then let's go.
Okay.
And here we are. I'd say we were back where it all started, but I guess it's a little after that, isn't it? Do you need
look
me
at
to
the
describe
windows.
things?
So the voice to hear is going to be the narrator? Okay. That's something.
I'd like that, for old time's sake.
Yeah, of course. The interior of the cabin is, well, it's a cabin, yeah? There isn't much here, just a table and a knife and a door. And some windows. There's no mirror, either. I think you broke it. And I know you're still trying to find some middle ground, but if things go south, we're going to need that blade.
Did anyone else make it to the cabin?
It's just us. I think the rest of them are still out there, jumbled up in the rest of her.
The narrator really gone.
Yeah, it's dead silent in here. Whatever it was that was left of him, I don't think it could handle you waking up to godhood. Pretty sure he got obliterated.
I don't actually know how to feel about him being gone.
Yeah, it's complicated. He put us through hell, but he's been part of us since the very beginning, hasn't he?
Take the blade, or just enter the basement?
I don't know. Do you feel lucky?
That's probably for the best.
Poke.
It's always seemed to give us more options than not.
I was in danger of being meta.
The stairs. Do you remember the first time we were here? The first time we heard her voice?
Have you figured out what you want to do yet, or are you going to keep trying to find a center that doesn't exist?
It sounded just like that. A little sharp, a little menacing. Only she didn't know us. And down we go. We shouldn't keep her waiting.
And there you are, knife in hand. It really brings me back. Have you given up on talking? Have you finally decided to kill me? You'll have all of eternity to yourself after this. Why don't we chat a little before I go?
Dead silence. Ooh.
You're the same as you are out there.
No. I feel like I'm myself again.
I don't want to hurt anyone. There has to be a way out of this.
Well, I don't want to be at the end of that knife, so how about we figure something out? What if we tried doing this forever? I can do whatever you think I can, right? So, make me put it all back. Make me fix the Echo's construct and make me wipe our memories of everything that's happened. Make me send us back to the beginning, before we woke up. Before either of us saw the truth.
Can she really do that? Are you sure that's what you want?
Now, if we're talking about this right now, how do we know we haven't done this before?
I don't think that's something we'll ever get to know. But odds are we've probably done it before.
Would resetting it do anything to help them, the people out there? If you continue to exist, don't they continue to die and suffer?
Fixing that is on you, not me. If you want me to help them, you'll have to make me help them.
How do you know that things won't end worse? What if when I make my way back here, I'm different and I hurt you? What if I kill you? What if I let you bring about the end of everything?
Who cares? We've hurt each other plenty, and I still like you.
Ah.
And if you're hesitating, then you must still like me, too.
You'd have to decide to do this every single time, forever. Eventually, something is going to be different. What if we change our minds?
Well, if we change our minds, we change our minds. What matters is that we'll always have a choice. This is just the one we're making now.
Well, we haven't actually made that choice yet.
Or have we?
That's right.
We've made that choice an infinite number of times already, Stoker.
Yeah.
The game just doesn't tell us. I wonder if there was some Undertale inspiration for the game.
Oh, you mean like Sans blinking things over and back over and over again, that kind of thing?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I doubt it, but it's neat to think about. I want to be a cool bird for the rest of my life.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again. Is there any other way?
You brought that knife down here for a reason. Either you use it to kill me, or I use it to put things back.
This isn't fair. I want to be here with you. I don't want to be alone again.
Neither do I. But we won't be alone for long. I'll be right here, waiting for you.
And all those voices in my head.
We're going to find ourselves back here eventually.
And if we do, nothing is stopping us from making the same choice. We could just keep doing this forever. That's sweet. But unless you do, the whole world ends, right? Not like I care, but it seems important to you.
I don't care about the world, Baka.
Yeah, it did kind of sound like that.
Like, this is the only choice here. You have slay the princess, go back and do not slay the princess, or restart everything, I guess.
That's basically the idea here, yeah.
Not giving me very many good choices here.
I mean, it's a game about slaying
Slay the princess. It is your only option.
It is definitely not your only option.
Also, Miller's a burb, and the narrator was a burb too in a mirror, so Miller's the burb, or the narrator.
Then let's do it.
Okay, if this is your choice, then I have your back. I guess I'll see you on the other side. She takes the blade from our hand, a fondness in her gaze.
Oh, go on. Tell her you love her.
Go back on it.
Oh, I love you too.
You didn't say the line, hero.
Didn't say from Charms.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess. You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Yep. Always, all the way back to the beginning.
Yep.
All the way back.
Does that not actually give us any ending?
Well, it's a
Closed
full
time
reset.
loop or something.
It's a full reset, so yeah, there wouldn't be an ending.
So the game has no end?
Not necessarily.
Aye.
But this was a loop thing, so I guess the true ending is deciding to either go down there with the knife and kill her, or deciding to not go down there with the knife.
You decide that you have done it. You turn off the game.
We do the loop again.
Yes, Flo, the end is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. This is the story of a man called Stanley.
Stanley was on his way to slay a princess.
Ira says, did you save before the whole thing? I didn't know this was going to be an option.
Alright, well, we need to watch the VOD.
Yeah.
So that I can get the entire picture.
Oh, sorry. Do you want... let me see. Do you want to push the first chapter differently one more time before we stop?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that's interesting.
What?
I'm looking at some of the guides and walkthroughs.
Uh-huh.
There is a possible path where you can make her almost furry.
What?
Okay,
Now I'm curious.
Is there a pic?
Do you want to try it?
Sure, why not?
Oh no.
Okay. I have to know if this. I have to see this in context.
Say, did any of you see any Aurora Borealis in your kitchens?
Not at this time of year.
No, I didn't get to see it. It didn't come over here yet.
After the stream, I'm gonna go outside.
No, you didn't see the credits roll, did you?
Nope.
Okay, so yeah, there is definitely further things to.
Yeah, what we reached was not an ending.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What we reached was a way to go back and explore more paths that we didn't take.
Right.
But yeah, if you want to stream the version where she's a monster girl with a tail, just let me know. I'll tell you what to do.
Yeah, tell me what to do.
I'm posting a Discord if you want to know.
It's very simple.
Okay.
Step 1, don't take the blade.
Okay.
Step 2, let her know you're going to slay her.
This does end.
What does end?
You just pick an option from right here and it goes to the ending.
Wait, you don't have it streaming on our screen. I can't see this.
Yeah, let me see.
I didn't realize you'd restarted.
No, I just continued from where I was. I just assumed,
Oh, you just goes okay.
So what?
But yeah, no, seriously, let's do the furry. I want to see this.
Okay.
Alright.
There was also, I'm seeing here, remember what we did for Under One Sky? If you're just like, you know what? I'm just gonna sit here with the soaring forever.
Yes.
Yes, this game's also got one of those. Almost exactly the same sort of thing.
The good ending doesn't count.
See, from what I read about the game, I might mention it in Discord, but yeah, I'll mention. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'll talk about Discord.
Our song. Finish the game. The good ending doesn't count. Why does it count as the good ending?
It's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
Okay. Now, once you get started, I'll give you the steps.
Okay.
The hero.
You're here.
Okay. Go to the cabin.
You make your way. A warning. She will lie. We're not going to go through with this. Ignore him.
Cabin.
Okay.
The interior of the cabin.
Do
the
not
blade
take
is
the
your
blade.
implement.
Go into the
You'll
cellar.
need it.
Enter the basement.
The door to the basement.
Let her know you're gonna kill her.
Hello?
Is hip. Don't let it fool you. It's all.
Hey, I think I'm here to say you.
You must have the wrong address.
Great job. You've given away the element of surprise. Good luck, hero. You walk down the
Talk
stairs
to her
and
for
lock
a
eyes
while.
with the princess. There's a heavy chain. I am begging you.
Hi.
Talk about her.
Okay. Oh,
She pauses.
you can address me as your Royal Highness.
Is Prince.
It doesn't say how much to talk to her. It just says chat with her for a bit.
Like I said, I'm sorry, I've...
Okay, that she hadn't.
Is that why they threw me down? I don't remember my...
That's.
Did they tell you?
Remain silent.
They haven't shared a thing, have they? All they've done is point a finger. At the end of the day, whatever the two of us have going on down here is about trust. Whoever sent you to slay me, I don't trust that.
She has a point.
So this shouldn't be... This is about how messed up do you really think I can even end the world? We both know that if there's people we can't trust...
Don't let her turn the tables here.
When you are ready, when you think you've talked to her enough, go back upstairs for the blade. Like I said, it does not say how
I'm
much
locked
to
up down
talk
here
to
for
her.
a reason. I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
You have all the explanation you need. You should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Which one for retrieve the blade? Just go back up.
It just says go back upstairs for the blade, then investigate her arm.
You can choose the option right there too.
Thank you. You turn back to the stairs, intent on retrieving the blade in the cabin.
Where are you going? You can't just leave me here. You'd better hope for your own sake that I don't slip these chains before you make it back down here.
Slip these chains? She can't, right? She needed our help to get out of here.
I hope this guide
But you
wasn't
hear the
telling me the
conviction in her
wrong
voice.
things.
I don't think she's bluffing. She has to be bluffing, but I'd hurry if I were you.
If this is
You rush up to the first floor, grabbing the blade, both yours and the world's only possible salvation. Okay. If we're sure about this decision, I'll support it. I suppose we have a world to save after all.
This feels
You
wrong,
slowly
but let's
creep
see.
down the basement stairs. It's quiet.
According to what I read, when you start fighting
Where
with
the
her,
princess sat
let her
only a
win.
moment ago, there's only a severed arm. Its cooling
Okay.
flesh still chained to the wall.
Investigate her arm.
And she is
Yeah.
nowhere to be seen. Is it just me? Or did this room get a lot bigger?
I think we got off on the wrong arm. You think we can start over?
I do not have an investigate her arm option here yet.
Well, there's only one. There's only one thing that says, then investigate, go upstairs for the blade, then investigate her arm.
Maybe you have to say hello
Did I
first?
tell you something wrong?
Why don't you come closer? I have something to show you.
See what that does.
Your eyes dart to the corners of the room. You don't see her. Where is she?
Maybe I did.
Investigate.
There it is,
There
finally! Okay.
Why is your guide not telling everything?
As you step towards the severed limb, you hear the pattering of feet behind you, soft against the basement floor, then loud and desperate against the stairs.
Cyrus says, "What a vague guide." Yeah, I know, right?
You turn to chase after the princess. She's fast and has too much of a lead.
Like that.
She slams the door behind her before you can make it to the top of the stairs. The lock clicks into place. No!
Thanks for letting me out. I'd return the favor.
Okay, this is
but
definitely not the
I
chain
think
of
we
events that
both
was supposed to
know that I
happen
can't
according to
trust
this
you
vague
to
guide.
let me stay free.
With those parting words, the princess walks away, her quiet footsteps eventually fading
Damn
as
it.
she leaves you and the cabin to rot. It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. You don't know how much time passes before the end, but eventually it comes. The world ends,
Well,
and you end with it.
That is not what was supposed to happen.
Yeah, that's not supposed to... This is the witch.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
According to this, I think you actually might have to...
Yeah, because this is the witch ending.
Oh, you have to go down that failure path in order to set up the world
Maybe?
correctly?
I don't know. This guide is infuriatingly vague. It just says, okay, it says, step 1, don't take the blade, let her know you're going to slay her, chat for a bit, go back upstairs for the blade, then investigate her arm. Step 2, take the blade, go talk to her, give her the blade, and call her beautiful.
You're here.
Yeah,
to slay
actually,
her.
yeah, go ahead and do that. I think this is the correct thing.
Warn, she will. Don't worry.
The opportunist.
Yeah, don't worry. This will be the last we do. I know
The
it's past
interior of the
midnight.
cabin is a mess of
Whoa,
twisted
I kinda
roots.
love this
The walls
one.
a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the shape of a shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
I
The
think we
blade
can
is your
safely skip
implement.
the mirror this
You'll
time.
need it if you want to do this right.
So take the blade.
Yeah, go down to the
You
basement.
take the blade from the shelf. It would be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon. Well, if we're grabbing a weapon, we should probably keep it hidden behind our backs. She doesn't have to know we have it. That's not actually a bad idea.
Enter the
And
basement.
enter the basement and talk to her.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being coated in mud with each intake of breath. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
You always have that joke, don't you?
Her voice
Yep.
skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down. Don't be scared. I probably won't bite.
Oh yeah, this has furry vibes.
I'm not nasty.
But you are. You're a wretched little thing. I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are. And I remember what you've done.
She must have you confused with someone else. She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole situation. You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess.
Really? Because that's literally the entire game.
Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Ah, there we go!
Steps,
Huh.
entering the dark room below. You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
And there you are, one hand tucked away behind your back, gripping that sharp, sharp blade, no doubt.
That's not fair. How would she know that?
So, we've dropped the pretenses. Good.
She's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. Do you remember us then? Do you remember last time? No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this seriously and slay her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Okay, let me see the choices. You're going a little bit too fast for me to see it.
There's a lot of choices here. Just give her the blade?
Yeah, give her the blade and call her beautiful, is what you're supposed to do.
You actually already got what
You
you
can't
want.
be serious. Now, hold on. We should put this to a vote. The blade is one of our most valuable assets. We can't just give it to her. What if she uses it to kill us?
Big Bird
I
Bailey is
vote
rating with a party of 17. Hello.
Hello!
On the stream.
As do I. I, abstain? You abstain? She's going to kill us if we give it to her.
This isn't a democracy. We're giving her the blade.
You're going to get everyone killed. You know that, right? But of course you do. You toss the blade at the princess's feet. She eyes it with suspicion before kneeling down to pick it up.
I wouldn't have done that. Why did you?
You hear a clanging of metal against the dirt floor, and the chains fall from the princess's wrist. She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart. It's a shame we just gave her a weapon, because if I were her, I'd use it on us right now. Luckily for us, you're not her. Oh, we sure think alike, though. I can promise you that. Whatever you say next, you better make it count. She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
What do you think
yeah.
happens now?
You're beautiful. I want to actually save you, and this feels like the only way to do it.
She pulls back, clearly caught off guard. Whatever nonsense you just said to her. I thought it was nice. Whether it's nice depends on if we meant it. We didn't mean it. If you were lying, we'd all know. But unfortunately, you weren't lying.
You're a furry.
What do you mean by that? What kind of game are you playing?
The look of surprise that momentarily softened her features vanishes as she steals her nerves. And then she buries the blade in your heart. What?
Worth it.
No, come on, that's not right. I told you this is what she was going to do. Glee dances across her face as you fall to the ground.
I did it. I got you. You...
The princess seems to tremble, her smile fading quickly, replaced with concern. Her nervous eyes brim with tears.
Why? Why did you let me do this?
But you don't have the strength to respond, nor do you have the time. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Past life gambit. Hand your power over to
You're
a
on a
suspicious
path
character.
in the woods. I told you not to give her the blade. I told you it would come around to bite us. I voted against it.
Well, there you go. You got to see the furry princess.
Yeah, we know. You already got your I told you so's in while
No,
we
they're
were
not
bleeding out.
anymore after that.
I don't know. That's as far as the guide goes.
I just wanted to make sure that
the
everyone
guide
here
just
knows
gets
that
to
I
the point
was
where you
and
make her
am
blush.
on the right side of that argument.
Well, let's go up to her again and see what happens.
Yeah, let's see
you're
if she's
far
still a
from
hot
being
furry.
on the right side of anything. You're fixated on the past, whereas what you should be is fixated.
Yeah, voice
on
of the smitten. This time I'm with you 100%.
A visionary. I like it. Tell me more.
I like your newsletter and wish to subscribe.
Gladly, my dear fellow. By cruelly turning on the princess in her moment of vulnerability, we made ourselves an enemy. But by mastering our fear and insecurity and handing over our power, we've begun a journey to something so much deeper. I like journeys. Traveling is a bit of a passion of mine. It makes me so relatable. Now, where are we off to? Well, if we're lucky, it's a journey to love. She hates us, does she? She hesitated before stabbing us to death.
Yeah, that's how you know a
Ridiculous as
woman's
this
into
guy
you.
is, maybe he has a point. I don't know if I necessarily buy into his whole love journey thing, but maybe she won't be as keen to betray us this time. We've already proven to her that we can change, so maybe she'll realise that things don't have to end in violence. You know, maybe you're right. In which case, I suppose the only thing to do is to get back to the cabin and give it another try. Give what another try exactly? You are aware I've been listening to you, right? It makes no difference if we conspire in the shadows or bear our intentions with open hearts. We are breaking your cruel cycle and whisking her away to freedom. Oh, are you now? Great. So you've obviously been here before, since you apparently died at least once. Twice. Sure. Twice. Then I'll spare you the little introduction I had planned. You already know about the princess, and clearly you already know that she's dangerous. So don't muck this up. It's bad enough that this isn't your first time through. It isn't long before you find yourself at the base of the cabin. I think it's clear where everyone stands at this point. I don't know if I'd say everyone. You talking about me? I have a position. It's a good one too. Ignore him, he's just talking for talking's sake. My position is the only one that matters. The princess is a threat to you. She's a threat to me, and most importantly, she's a threat to the world. You know what you have to do. The interior of the cabin is hardly an interior at all anymore. The burned-out ruins merely suggest the shape of the structure that once stood here, charred wood still reeking of ash. But beneath it lies the fresh smell of spring growth after rain, the promise of new life in the wreckage of the old. The only furniture of note is the crisp shell of what was once a table, a pristine... Wait, this isn't right. There's supposed to be a pristine blade. Why isn't there a pristine blade?
So we got red flowers. This is obviously the marry the hot furry ending.
Well, it's not here. And if she has it, Let me guess. You want to get all chummy with her. Look, as far as I see it, if it's between him and her, I say we side with the one who has the weapon. It's just the smart thing to do. I wouldn't be so hasty. I'm sure the blade will turn up somewhere. She can't have it. That's not how this is supposed to work. If she does have it, that's all the more reason to put our faith in her. We have already shown her our heart. Now she has to show us hers. Unless her heart tells her to stab us, which doesn't seem unlikely, so yes, I agree. Let's make sure we get on her good side.
How do you get down there? The only thing I see is a mirror. Just approach the mirror.
You step forward and approach the scorched entryway leading to the basement, hesitating before you begin the descent. You know what you have to do. Wipe away the grit from the mirror, and behold our handsome
Bring us
features.
the girl and wipe away the debt.
You reach forward and wave your hand through the hollow entrance leading to the basement. What are you doing? Alas, our fine features remain unseen. We'll just have to trust that she'll find us beautiful as we are. Well, seems like the only way to go is forward, isn't it? Yes, that's where everything tends to be. Let's just put on a good face and have our wits about us. You step through the frame of scorched wood and make your way into the darkness below. The stairs to the basement are covered in a fine layer of gritty ash. The air still feels warm, as if the fires that ruined this place had only recently been extinguished. Yet fresh shoots of thorny branches are already weaving themselves through the soot-covered earth of the walls around you. Their spines point courteously down towards the basement, so you're able to brush past their jagged points with ease, at least on the way down. But you don't need to think about the way back up just yet. That's a matter for after the world's been saved. These thorns are an expression of her pain. I know it. She's calling out for help. Her voice, worn
He's in
down
danger
by
of
pain
tipping
and
into
suspicion,
Dudley Do-Right
hobbles up the
territory
stairs.
sometimes.
I can't get away from you, can I? I lock you away and you come back. You let me kill you and you come back. I don't know why you let me do that. I don't know what you want from me.
Ho ho, ho ho, ho ho, ho ho.
I'm gonna have to talk.
I think you know how this goes. I'm down here and I can't leave. So come down and talk. It's not like I can stop you.
You continue down the basement stairs, brushing past the smooth edges of thorns that grow more and more plentiful as you make your way forward. You step out into what was once a vast open cavern.
She looks
now
very
overrun
different
by
now.
briars and prickles and thistles. The space thick with hostile vegetation. At the heart of it all, encased in a tight weave of vines, is the princess. Her bloody, trembling hands clutching a pristine blade.
Did you know this was going to happen to me? Are you here to watch me suffer? Are you here to laugh?
Oh, she's still a furry. Kinda.
No, I think this is her normal self.
Yeah.
Well, she's got the pointed ears still from the previous version.
Can't tell.
Yeah, I think, wasn't she always kind of elvish?
I don't remember her having pointed ears before, but then again, she's been through so many iterations that I do start to lose track.
Yeah, it's hard to understand what's the real her.
I mean, the real her is that shifting multi-face
Yeah, the
thing
shifting
at
mound.
the end. Yeah.
And I'm supposed to believe it's safe in your hands? That you aren't just saying what you need to say in order to fool me and save yourself?
I mean,
Certainly.
I let you stab me last time, so.
The princess clutches the blade closer to her chest.
That sounds nice. I'm so tired of the bad blood between us. But it's hard to let it go. You've hurt me.
Her eyes dart away from yours for a brief moment.
And I've also hurt you. I don't know. What can either of us really say at this point? How can we trust something as hollow as words?
She's right, there's nothing left to say. So let's get a move on and do something before she comes up with a scheme to get out of here on her own. We don't need words to send a message. It is through action that we can show her our adoration, our devotion, our kindness. You reach towards her bloodied hands, laying your palm on her trembling fingers. For a moment, she clutches it even tighter, her knuckles going white with the effort. But then the tension fades. Her grip finally loosens and she allows you to take the weapon. You carefully pull it free from the thorns, though they scrape at your skin, leaving red trickles of fresh blood all along your arms. She trusts us. She trusts us. Doesn't that set your heart aflutter? Yeah, a little. It could just be nerves. Being this close to her does bring back unpleasant memories, but I don't know, it doesn't feel bad. It feels good. Like we're special to her. We are special to have gained an ounce of trust from a maiden so guarded. Now all that remains is to free her from her bindings. Yeah, let's do it. Let's show her how much both of us have changed. Or, hear me out, we slay her right here, right now. She's never been so helpless, and if we don't take advantage of that, we may never get another chance. That sounds like a splendid idea. You should listen to him. I see that the lines have been drawn. It's
Democracy.
2 against 1. It's 2 against 2. You don't count. And why shouldn't he count? Because he's clearly not one of us. That doesn't matter. He's been with us the whole time. He should get a say.
So, did you mean it? Or was I a fool to hand my life to you?
Oh,
Just want my blade back. You're on your own.
Wow, I love that. I like that they put the choice in there.
Yes, what a good idea. Let's cut her free. Oh, so you're suddenly team free her. You can't just switch sides as soon as we make a decision. I can do whatever I want, and I believe with my whole heart that this is the right course of action. Let's free this princess. Everyone deserves a chance at redemption. Let him join us and be merry. We are all united by our passion. That's right, what he said. We've already given him a chance at redemption. And who says I don't deserve another? I really mean it this time. I'm big enough to admit when I'm wrong. So I want to help you all free her. And I
The
have no
opportunity has an
problem with that.
opportunity.
Welcome to the team. You're one of us now. One of the good guys. You take the blade to the thorny vines imprisoning the princess, and she flinches, relaxing only slightly as the blade slices into the thick vegetation rather than her arm. And she flinches again as the last of the vines is cut away, as if, after all of that, she's still expecting you to turn on her and stab her in the heart. But you're not going to do that, are you? Still, all it would take is a single slip of the blade. Such a pathetic attempt at distraction and subterfuge. Our blade is a dashing sword, and every dashing sword is an extension of its hero. It won't slip. You're right. He can't even make it slip, can he? He's a bit of a nobody. Good thing I've been on your side of all this since the beginning. The princess falls into your arms, tears streaking down her cheeks. I can't believe you're making me describe this. I hate you.
You actually meant it. You rescued me.
Do you see the way she's looking at us? Kiss her. Kiss her now before the moment ends.
Oh, kiss her. See what happens.
Do that. No, you can't. Absolutely not. You know as well as I do that we can. And we wouldn't throw away a chance for a special moment now, would we? If I were only capable of throwing myself off a bridge. Well, are you going to describe our steamy, romantic kiss?
This is the best path.
You lean in and you kiss her. And she reciprocates enthusiastically. You kiss. It's done. Are you happy now? Come on now, this is the big moment. You can do better than that. Ugh, fine. You and the princess lock eyes and stare deep into each other's souls with all the roaring emotion that comes from letting what once was hatred turn into pure, unbridled passion. Are you making fun of us? And then each of you close your eyes and kiss. Words can describe neither the nuclear fire nor the oceanic depth of your connection. Please. I think he actually likes romance. If history itself were not about to end, historians would document this moment for the rest of time. Musicians would write era-defining ballads, and great artists would expend entire lifetimes trying to merely capture the spark you hold right now.
On the other hand, it's probably hard to kiss with a beak.
He's making fun of us.
Hard, but not
Doesn't
impossible.
matter either way.
It's fine.
This is good stuff. I'm aware of my skills. Unfortunately for you, the moment doesn't last forever.
Do those kiss.
Open your
Yeah.
eyes, the princess smiles gently up at you.
Aren't you glad I
The whole world
insisted
to
on this?
oblivion, I suppose.
That was nice.
By the way, Jonas, you've been
Her
muted
hand
for a
slips
while.
into
Were you
yours,
aware?
And the two of you rush to the basement stairs.
Yeah, I was
Shameful,
hydrated.
really, that the same
Okay.
thorns that so graciously allowed you downstairs are now blocking your only way out. Please, after all the trials we've been through, do you really think a few measly thorns can stop us? Love is an even more powerful weapon than our blade. We cut through those other vines just fine. They're only thorns. I'm not afraid of getting a few scrapes. I'm not even sure we need to do any cutting. We can just move them out of the way. What a pathetic showing, really.
A few pointy sticks can't keep us down here. We're both meant for so much more than this.
If you did give us a choice here.
As you swing your blade into the thorns covering the basement stairs, they yield. Both you and the princess ascend the stairs without obstacle. This is unacceptable. The second you step out of this cabin with her, the world ends. Do you hear me? What did the world ever do to you to deserve this?
You want a
nightmare
list?
is our dream. Whatever world would condemn star-crossed lovers like us to a cycle of violence and despair isn't a world worth saving. We'll weave something new together. Something better. You and the princess hesitate at the cabin door. This is your last chance. We've already made our decision.
We're finally leaving here together, aren't we? And all we had to do was trust each other. It wasn't easy, but I'm glad we finally could.
Hands clasped, the two of you open the door and step out into a new day, you irredeemable murderers.
What do we do now? Where's everything going?
Uh-oh.
Why is it
We
so
knew this-
cold?
We knew this had to end.
That's still my favorite ending of all of them so far.
I agree.
Anyway.
Yeah, that was good.
Oh, alright.
And we pissed off the narrator. Way to go, guys.
The narrator angrily describing all of that was so good.
I love how he was like, kind of trying to gloss over it real quickly, and then still angrily did it in beautiful detail.
Is Fluff Kevlar still going?
Let me check. Yeah, looks like it.
Okay.
All right.
Raiden Fluff Kevlar.
Have some fun with the fluff.
The bulletproof fluff.
Yeah.
All right.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good
night.